Lost is on.
Welcome back, everybody, to Bite Size Media, a subsidiary of Off Slate Media. We are going to watch Lost because it's good, we think. Anyway, this week, it is going to be a great episode, just fantastic. You know why? Because it's a Hurley episode.
My favorite character as of right now.
I doubt that changes.
Probably not. Hurley's great.
This week's episode, it's episode 18.
Yes.
It's called Numbers. We know these obviously to be the numbers that are eventually entered into the hatch because they're also printed on the hatch.
Yep. The numbers, just like Walt's weird, like he's important, and the stuff surrounding Claire's baby, the numbers are like this supernatural thing that runs through, in this case, a huge chunk of the show. I know the other two aren't as much, but
Fizzle.
One of those like story threads that starts now.
Those were his lottery ticket numbers?
He got it from, I remember, this is what I remember about the episode. He got it from someone, and so he used them for the lottery, and he wins, and they, when he tells them, I displayed your numbers, they said, why would you do that? Yeah. Like, they get upset at him. You remember that?
Yeah.
So it's like, why would you do that? No. And then he gets cursed, because doesn't, like, everyone want something out of him?
Oh, wait.
Is this where...
Well, he gets unlucky.
Is this the one...
That's
Is this the one with DJ Qualls, or is this the one in the asylum? It's the one with DJ Qualls. It's got to be.
I don't remember.
Yeah, I don't know.
I know there is one where they talk about the reason why he eats so much, and that's he's coping with that porch. We never see it, but he like got onto a porch that had too many people, and it collapsed, and a bunch of people got hurt. And he blames his weight when it was there were too many people on that. It's not your fault. But that's like one of his reason he copes. But I don't remember if it's this or if that's in the future. The next Hurley backstory is Everybody Hates Hugo, season 2, episode 4. But I remember that scene. I remember the scene of him telling the person that he used those numbers to win the lottery, and they get upset at him.
Yeah.
Because the numbers are cursed. And that's all I remember. He wins and then gets unlucky. But I don't remember what happens on the island during this.
Mm-mm.
That's all I got to say about that.
He doesn't... They don't go take him to the hatch yet, right?
I remember Boone and Locke found it, right?
Yeah.
But we haven't seen it since that rainy scene, right? Was that what episode was that? Was that the Boone Shannon episode?
Might have been.
Yeah.
So that was a bit ago. 4 or 5 weeks ago, so. Yeah, I don't remember anything else about the episode.
Because the numbers are on the side of the hatch, and he sees them.
And freaks out.
And that's when they're transporting the dynamite from...
They're about to blow it.
Yeah, so we're not that far.
No, we haven't met Arzt yet.
Yeah, where's Arzt?
That's got to be the 3-parter.
We haven't even found the ship yet.
Yeah.
They find it and get the dynamite off of it in one episode.
Really?
Yeah. They've mentioned the Black Rock.
Yeah.
And they've done the Saeed's done the whole, well, maybe this isn't a this, maybe it's a this, because he knows everything. Just like Jack knows all medicine, and Michael knows all construction,
and Shannon knows knots from dating sailors.
I thought you were gonna say something a little bit worse that was a little bit more shamey.
Well, I was gonna say the funny thing is the easy way out is like Girl Scouts or summer camp, something where it's like, oh yeah, that's something you do there and you just remember it. It's like riding a bike. Nope, it's got to be she dated guys who were sailors. I go, that's your reason? Okay. I want to watch it.
All right.
Yeah,
well, then let's get lost. Welcome back. We just watched Numbers. What are the numbers again?
4, 8, 15, 14, 15, isn't it?
It's 4, 8, 15, 16, 23, 42.
23! The number 23!
I knew it. 4, 8, 15, 16,
Jim
23,
Carrey was
42.
right.
Yes.
He was.
Jim Carrey was right.
Mm-hmm.
Good old Jim Carrey. Coming back just for some good old Sonic 3. Anyway, that was a good episode. I love a good Hurley episode. I didn't remember
Favorite
any of that
character.
episode. It was not the Hurley episode with DJ Qualls.
Nope.
Was that the
I don't know.
last one this season? Is this the first Hurley episode?
This is the first one we've
Yes.
got and the last one of the season.
So maybe it's next season. I distinctly remember a Hurley episode with DJ Qualls.
Just wait until season 2, episode 4.
Everybody
Probably.
hates Hugo.
Probably.
I remembered a lot of that episode.
I did not remember a lot.
I don't know why, but like I was transported back to your parents' room down there watching with your brother. I haven't mentioned that in a while, but
Yeah.
I remember. Oh yeah, the lottery, and he works at the chicken place. He had because I think that's in the thing with the porch is in a later episode because that's
Yeah.
where he gets the chicken to eat. And
Yeah, I don't really remember
Isn't
any
there
of
a
that.
meteor that hits the chicken place?
Oh, maybe.
maybe, but I just remember it's like when they're doing the TV interview. I go, doesn't his grandpa Tito like keel over right there? And he did. I go, that's right. And then you mentioned the lightning thing, and I laughed like, oh my gosh, this is a little cartoonish for this show. Like this show can get pretty like goofy, but I was like,
Yeah.
oh, they're just piling it on, and they pull up to the house. I go, I remember the house catches fire, but I forgot about his mom like breaking her ankle.
Yeah, that was great.
Ugh. I felt for him too because it's like he's trying to do something really, really, really nice, and he did tell her take it off, but she got out first.
Yep.
So he's trying to explain like, no, I told you to take it off before, and of course she's complaining because she's hurt, and then the cop show. It's like it's a nightmare. You were saying, Jake?
Oh, just if I were doing that, I would have just had whoever I was surprising take the blindfold off while they were seated in the car.
Yeah, that's what he told her. Like he opened the door and said, "Now take the blindfold off," but she got out.
Oh,
And
I didn't.
She was like starting to get out, and when he said, "Take the blindfold off," but it's a freak accident.
Yeah.
Then the house catches fire, and the cops arrest it. Which, funny enough, gives him more money.
Yeah,
like when he
true.
was talking, it's like you've basically doubled your net worth.
Uh,
It's like out of all these bad things, again, the bad things happen to everyone around him outside of the cops arresting him. And then because remember the whole
Oh no, the cops had to give him a settlement too.
after the fact, but it's just funny. Like he's the one that does fine, just like the car accident when he's in Australia. She says, "Yeah, I lost my leg, but he had barely a scratch, or as they would say, scratch." I love stuff like that in episodes where it's like you go to someone's place like you don't know, and they tell you these stories, and the scene is just the two of them. We don't have to see it, and the old show don't tell thing. I don't want to say is a load of crap, but
Jared,
I have just found that I like hearing people talk about the things than always seeing them. You need both. And there are times when you need to show and not tell, but then I just like scenes like that where it's just people telling the story
if you
and you
talk
imagine
about a
it.
thing, then the other thing is left up. That thing is left up to your imagination.
Yeah.
Rather than always being shown the thing.
Yeah, and again, there are times where it's like, okay, you don't need to tell us this.
right.
That's a thing where I like visualizing it in my head. We don't need to be shown every little thing. And yeah, poor guy. Just this nice, normal dude has this incredibly crazy thing happen to him for a reason that we don't know why, but we know why, if that makes sense. And then all the worst stuff in the world. And then he gives Rousseau a hug. Which I like that scene a
She
lot.
probably hasn't had a hug and
I was thinking that exact same thing.
Yep.
I was like, she probably hasn't been
I was like, when's the
touched
last
by another person.
when's the last time she was touched or touched another person when she's
wasn't
not
she-
like torturing them or like imprisoning them?
Yeah, did Saeed hug her or shake her hand at all?
Saeed escaped.
I don't
She was like-
remember because she had to touch him to like she
Wasn't she caressing him at one point or something like
Yeah,
that?
she
Maybe.
like touches his face.
Yeah.
It's like that is a little freaky. But if you just keep it to hug, who knows the last time she was hugged?
We heard about the Black Rock again.
That's where the communication tower is, right? So we don't know what the numbers mean, but we know it's bad luck.
We ever actually learn what the numbers mean?
It's a
Beyond the
it's a Dharma thing, isn't it?
yeah, it's a Dharma thing, but like, what is it?
Yeah. I don't remember. We know it's on the hatch. That's the last shot of the episode.
Mm-hmm.
And you said, that feels like a cheap cliffhanger. I go, it's TV. They tied up this little mini story. It's like, well, we have to have them come back next week, which is funny because people were watching this. They would have come back, but that's like an extra little bit of
But it would have been
juice.
so easy to just have Locke like move his lantern down there and go, "Oh, what are these?"
Of course, it is cheaper just to shoot it without anybody in the shot. That's another thing. Also, viewership dropped to the next week by like a full point.
Wow.
So that's weird. Like, that's a big thing. But then, like, it went from 18.85 to 17.75 for the next week's episode, which is weird because I feel like that cliffhanger would be enough to do it. I know we're
when did the next one air though? Like what date?
a couple weeks later,
No, but like what date?
March 30th,
Spring break potentially.
potentially. Still, though, I feel like this was a show that a lot of, like, not quite, like, middle-aged people, but also people like our age and older that are, like, not in college were watching.
Yeah.
I feel like that's the bulk. Because what night of the week did it air on? I have the
Wednesdays,
dates
I
here.
believe.
So, like, that's a school week. So I feel
Yes,
like the
again,
viewership.
spring break potentially.
So if it was spring break, there should be more viewership.
No, because people go away for spring break.
Gotcha. Some people with money,
Yes, people
like
with
Hurley's
money.
$156 million.
The fact that Charlie didn't even hear him out.
I know. It's like he in the jungle. He says to him, "You know, you haven't told me a bloody thing, and now you're off your bloody what is he, nutter?" And
He was acting kind of weird.
yeah, and it's like he's acting weird. And Charlie brings up, "You haven't told me anything about yourself." To which Hurley says, "Well, yeah, that's all personal." To which Charlie says, "But everyone else has shared." And so it's like kind of in the middle there, because it's like, yeah, leave him alone, but also, yeah, like you're all telling him all this stuff. But then when he actually starts to tell him, Charlie cuts him off, and Charlie's like, "Why don't you let me finish?" And then Charlie tells him something, and then when Hurley does tell him something true, Charlie doesn't even hear him out, doesn't let him explain himself, which is what I hate in media, is when it's like, if they would let them talk for another 2 or 3 sentences, that could at least lead to more conversation. But no, he just gets up and says, "Great, you're going to joke about this," and just storms off. It's like, jeez.
To be fair, if someone randomly told you, "I'm worth $157 million,"
Wasn't really randomly though.
that's fair.
Also, I wouldn't storm off. I'd ask more questions, because I'm not the type of person to be like, "Oh, you're turning this into a joke." It'd be more of like, okay, if that's true, then prove it.
I don't know. If you just admitted an addiction like heroin, and then it was followed up with like, "What's your biggest secret?" "Oh, I'm worth $157 million. I guess I can see where you would be hurt by that.
Yeah, I also don't storm off, but that's me.
no,
I just
you
kind of
don't.
sit there and make it awkward.
Yep, you do.
It's not
Yep,
like
you
causing a scene. I just sit there. So that'd be me if I was Charlie and I felt like, "Oh, you're turning this into a joke." I'd just sit there. I'd be like, "Oh, okay."
Yeah.
I don't storm off on people like that. I have stormed off on you before.
What'd I do?
There was miscommunication, and I got mad at you because you were like mad at me for nothing. So I'm like, nope, I'm gonna walk away right now before I say something stupid. So it wasn't a storm off; it was more of I just shut my mouth, turned around, and walked away.
Was it when he broke the tripod?
No, because we were in here and we couldn't go anywhere. I'll tell you off camera.
Okay. Got anything else?
I'm just still processing.
Yeah.
Yeah, because it's like there's a lot to this one. This is an important one too, because those numbers are kind of connected. Again, it's like It's like Claire's Baby and
it was
and
funny.
other things where it's like it's all these and our Jack's dad that kind of connect everyone already. You're saying
It is funny. We got to replace his weight on the thing. What?
No, it was. We got to replace this weight. How are we gonna do that? Hey.
Fat jokes are funny.
We're allowed to say it. You can't, Aaron.
You can't even laugh.
What did we say? Like you're like, it might have been last week. Like Charlie's on the beach in a hoodie, and I said, "Well, yeah, skinny people get cold, I think." And we both turned to you. Do they, Aaron? And I don't even remember what you said because I was too busy laughing at our own joke.
Yep. Didn't really say anything.
It's just every skinny person I know, they'll be in like a normally temperatured room somewhere and just be like shivering. And it's like, are you kidding? I'm sweating.
You're not sweating right now.
No, I'm okay right now. It's
Move
also
that
not
light
too
a little
bad in
closer
here.
to him, then he'll be a little bit more
Moist.
Yes.
Yeah, the skinny people are funny.
I've always been known as kind of a polar bear, so I don't get cold.
Aaron is wearing his winter coat in the shot with us right now.
You know, people can see us if they're on YouTube. And if they're listening, they'll just go to YouTube to look up the spot and then go, that liar.
No, that actually is his winter coat. He will tell you that's his winter coat.
Oh, I thought you were trying to punk our fans.
No.
All
he will,
7 of them.
He has told me that those shirts are his winter coat.
Is that your winter coat?
I mean, I have a jacket, which I would refer to
Coat,
as
jacket,
winter coat,
great.
but,
Here
yeah.
we go. We're being semantic or pedantic. One of the two.
Aaron doesn't get cold.
He gets even.
That's right.
Just like Liam
Because
Neeson.
dish is the best revenge served
Warm
warm.
and
Yeah,
toasty.
okay.
That's the thing. Now that I think about warm and toasty. So Shannon and Saeed are a thing now. How do you get warm and toasty on the beach with everybody? Like, not with everybody, but with everybody around.
You've seen how they just kind of wander off into the jungle with the monster and the others.
Oh, they're going to get some kind of, like,
And,
parasite in certain areas.
Saeed's going to get
That's
like
nasty,
a
dude.
boar tusk up his butt.
Just like Robert and everybody else Raymond, except that was a bull.
Yeah.
He got gored in the ass, as they say. That is what happened. That's one of the funniest things on that show.
Oh, that's a great show.
That is a great show. Another link here. We talk about lost links. We've mentioned how your parents' little cupboard down there with the lost season. Your lost seasons were in your room, but then like they had like Everybody Loves Raymond and the Pistons 2004 championship DVD, amongst other items. But I just remember seeing all those Raymond seasons, the big thick ones, just all in a row, and that's like that much room.
Yeah.
That's like a whole shelf on some units.
And
they're
now
so
they're
big.
all in one like case.
Yeah, I have like the in-between where it's the normal DVD size for each season, but they're all together with like the outer cardboard box that are on display. So it's like, that's the middle one. And then the new ones, which I kind of hate the design of those because I have the Hey Arnold one, like those Nickelodeon complete series where it's the one plastic thing and you open it and they're just layered shelves. And it's kind of cheaply made, and it's very hard to get those discs out because it's like 3 discs stacked on top of each other on each side, and it's like you have to take all of them out to get one, and it's a first world problem. But I don't know. There's just something about seeing every single season all together that's just nice.
Yeah.
So
Satisfying.
yeah. So there we go. Linking back to your parents' old selection. Those are probably gone now, I bet. Or do they still have? That's your homework in the coming weeks.
I gotta go see if I can find
When
those.
you're over there, you know, you kind of wander around, talk, and then you quick peek down there and go, I
Well,
wonder.
I know there's nothing in that same spot anymore.
Okay.
If they're still around, they're in storage in the
I was gonna say,
basement.
did you potentially take them with you when you moved out?
No, I didn't, which is interesting.
When did you move out? Was that like 2013, 2012?
Oh no, I gotta think.
You lived with Ryan for a bit, didn't you?
That was
Yeah,
like
that's when I
not
took
quite
your
a year.
shelf.
I mean, I moved out
That's
for
right.
college.
Well, then you moved back
And
in.
then I moved back in.
I thought it was about 2013. It was about the
think
time
something
me and
like
your
that.
brother graduated, I feel like.
Yeah, I feel like it was 2013.
Then you were there for like a year.
Yeah.
I mean, did you move back home and then got married like a year later?
That sounds right.
Yes.
Hey, there you go, everyone. Now, this was Aaron's flashback episode. You know I still have your shelf, right?
What shelf is that?
It was just like a bookshelf. It's like yay tall, about yay wide.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, I still
I know
have
which one
that.
you're talking about,
I had to
yeah.
fix it. It was warped, so it was slowly going out like that. It's like one of these days, because the shelves are sitting on those metal pegs, it's just going to fall
Oh,
because it's too far. So I had to push it together, and I just drilled straight into the shelves, so they ain't moving.
Nice.
I was
You
proud
know
of
how to-
myself
You
that
know how to
day.
use a drill?
I hit.
You.
We'll put it this way: the amount of time it took me to figure out how to use the drill was a fraction of the time it took me to figure out how to change the drill bit. That took a while, and then it went all the way in because you're supposed to put it in like halfway and then tighten it. And I know different drills, different things, but like that one, and it like slid all the way in. I go, oh no, I broke it. Dad, can Mom show me how to use the drill? I can show you. Can Mom show me how to use the drill? He's like, you turn it. I go, oh, that makes a lot of sense.
Dad, can Mom show me how to use a drill?
But yeah,
Yeah.
good old Hurley. Still he's been my favorite character for like 8 or 9 episodes now. None of us had made any changes since episode 10. Is anyone changing their favorite or least favorite character?
Who is my favorite at this point?
Your favorite is also Hurley.
Okay.
And that was the week before. I jumped on your back.
Yeah.
Like literally the next episode.
Who is my favorite?
Wait.
Still.
Who's my least favorite?
Thomas.
I was going to say, I didn't even remember his name.
It's Claire's deadbeat boyfriend, right? Abandoned her because he's like, I don't want to get held down. I want to do. It's like, oh, cry me a river, little baby. Yeah. So your favorite's Hurley. Your least favorite is Thomas. Any changes?
Not at this point. No.
Okay. And then Jake, your favorite is Claire, and your least favorite is Kate. That's not gonna change. Then my least favorite is Shannon. But I knew that could change because remember she's insufferable at first, but the last couple episodes she's been fine.
Yeah.
Mainly because we don't need her for anything except off-screen French translation. I watched Finding Nemo once in French or whatever it was, or just Finding Nemo in French, and now I can crack the French language. Hey, it's what the plot calls for. And then my favorite is still Hurley. So any changes, anyone?
No, that's the problem with making Hurley your favorite early on. Is
it's not gonna
How do you
change.
top that now? Yeah.
Oh, I know someone who's going to come along that may dethrone it, but that's like season 4. So it's going to be a while.
Charlotte?
Who?
Do you not remember who Charlotte is?
No.
Wow. Yeah.
If I saw the picture, I'd be like, oh, okay. No, I know who it is. I shouldn't say it here because we keep jumping ahead anyway. But that's all I got to say about numbers.
Okay.
All right. Looks like the next episode that we are going to watch is episode 19.
Yes.
So, episode 19, I believe that says Deus Ex Machina.
Deus Ex Machina.
Deus Ex Machina.
I believe that's how it's pronounced. I think I mispronounced it for like half my life.
I have no clue.
You got it right now.
Yeah, it's a lock episode.
Oh, it's a lock episode.
Yep.
It is a lock episode.
All right, well, we'll get that. Oh, gosh, I had a thought. I was going to sound like Dickie. I was going to say we're going to get that on lockdown.
We're going to lock in for next week.
Yeah, we're
Hey!
gonna lock in for next week. And if you want to lock in with us, Jared, where can they find us?
You can follow us on Facebook, Instagram, The Funny, TikTok, and X.
Formerly known as Twitter.
And you can listen to us on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, iHeartRadio. Hey, if it's YouTube, like, subscribe, comment, ring our notification bell, and make sure you like us and rate us on all those apps and check out our groovy website.
All right, and beyond that, why don't you come on back next Thursday, right?
Yes.
something.
Thursday.
This is like the 180-something bite-sized episode. It's Thursday. Thursday. Remember Bite Size Thursday?
No.
Good old Dickie, How! And all that. We miss you.
Anyway, come on back next Thursday and we'll keep getting lost.